Go get your brushes, go get your paint. This is how you do it the Shoshie way. I'm gonna teach you, be ready to learn. Cause when I'm done, it's your turn. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear what I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above. And if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hey guys, we are live. It's Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis. Hello, welcome. It's Wednesday. We got some good energy. I'm going to be doing some priming today. I'm excited. I am excited because we finally got all the gap filling on big ol' Emperor Dragon from Creature Caster. And I'm looking forward to priming him. I've never done this on stream. So I sort of had a priming stream way back when I did my Elizabeth to Vampire, but it wasn't live. It was just me doing like voiceover. So this is brand new. This is really cool. I'm excited. We got Cajun Mage in house, Durin's Bane 1, Lamunis. Let's see, Teviston, Arazarbiar, hello. Yay, everybody, awesome. Thank you guys so much for popping by. And let's see, we've got so much to talk about today. lots of things. Let's look at what I've got going on here. So because we have got airbrushing stuff, I'm going to show you all the little goodies I got from Badger. I think I ordered it from American Airbrush Supply. I think that was the name of it. You think I'm lagging? My sound is lagging. I have 0 dropped frames. Try refreshing Master Fungi, because I have no idea if there's anything I can do about it. I don't know. It's the technical things that happen. Sometimes I have no control over. So this is prepared beeswax. I think I'm going to be using this for seals that are like, I've got a couple seals on my airbrush that are kind of, my face cam is a little delayed. It's not new. Okay. Well, now I'm not on face cam and now I'm not delayed, right? Sound is ahead of the video, so the video is lagging. Oh, only when I'm full screen. Good, good. Yeah, the little screen looks like it's good. And I honestly don't know how to fix it, and I don't know what to do about it, so I'm so sorry. It's only when I'm full screen. That's good though. I got a couple needles. For some reason I checked the brightness. Let me see if I can dim down. It's because of the white on these things. Let me see if this looks okay. Yeah, we might be able to. I just want to make sure you guys can see everything okay. This is what we've been working on stream. Yeah, it looks a little bright. Let me fix that real quick. I can do that in a heartbeat. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right, I'm gonna adjust my coloring here. Cam overhead, here we go. Open properties and configure video so we can have things be a little less crazy bright and blitz out. Exposure, let's see if I can pull that down a little bit. Whoop, that's too dark. There we go. Is that too dark for you guys? That seems like things are better. Things like a little dark, but not too bad. All right, if you like that, let me know. Otherwise, I'll put it back up to what it was, which is, this is what it was. That seems a little bright to me. I'm just gonna bop it down. All right, I'm gonna apply. Sam was having the same issues. Yeah, it must be an OBS thing, I'm guessing. Looks good? Okay, we're gonna stick with that. That looks like it's gonna be good. Let's talk about some of the stuff I bought. Like I said, I've got some beeswax. In the past, I've had like a little bit of clear fluid, like probably water condensation, something coming through right here. So I'm gonna put a little beeswax on these threads and see if that makes a difference. And before I do that, I'm gonna pull this needle back so there's no chance of benditure. Oh, you know what? Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna pull this needle all the way back out, because one of these things that I bought is called the high roller trigger. And I'll show you, see if I can do this without messing things up. I wanna make sure that is all the way forward. Whoop. Oh, well, it's a good thing I got extra needles and tips. I just dropped the tip. All right, here's the high roller trigger. I'm gonna show you the difference between the high roller trigger and the regular one. Look at the difference. There is quite a bit of height. And especially if you've got larger fingers and hands, this is a lot nicer. So I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna put this back in this bag. All right, and then I will try. I need to grab that tip off the floor real quick. Give me a second, because I need it. Let's see if I can find it. That's the hard part. If it fell in the carpet, I'm toast. I might have to dig out another one. I don't see it. Noes. This is my luck. I'm always dropping things that are important and essential. Luckily, I have extra tips. All right, good, good. See? Extra. So this is the part that I dropped that was... You've seen those used for applying ceramic coating on cars. You've seen, what have you seen used? This? Oh, for the airbrush. Ah, yes, we're going to be airbrushing today. I just want to make sure there's no pieces of paint in here. I'm going to, oh yeah, there's a little piece of paint. All right, that's good. Put that back on there. Hopefully that will fit. Oh wait, I forgot to put the stuff on the stuff. This is what I forgot. All right, I'm going to show you something else in a second here. Boop. All right. You get to see some of Shoshie's airbrush, trying to do some airbrush stuff. Ah, you've seen the high roller trigger, and I think it makes a big difference. Make sure you're using the right size needle for the tip. I'm using the needle that came with that tip, which I actually need to, you can see there's a little crud on here I need to get off. All right. Which I will do with a little bit of 91% isopropyl to get the needle clean. There you go. It looks like a 5.5 millimeter kit. Okay. All right. Now, we got to put the stuff on the threads. Put a little bit of this on my, let's warm it up in my finger here. And I've not done this before, so tell me if you think I'm doing it wrong. Hopefully we can put just a little bit, and hopefully a little bit will go a long way. Okay, and then hopefully that will thread on without any problems. All right, where's the tip? Here it is. And then this part. So we'll put this on with this tip, see, because why not use Teflon tape? Because it's upstairs and I don't want to go get it and I want to try the wax. Is that a good enough answer for you? I know, right? Okay. Did the package make it 1 point? Yes, it did. I just got it yesterday, Echo Chill. Thank you, Dankeschön. Echo Chill sent me a care package of tea and goodies from Germany that I asked for. All right, so put this on this, and then this guy. Nope, wait, this one first. All right, I can feel the difference with that wax on there already. It's acting a lot like the Teflon tape. Normally, I would use Teflon tape, but like I said, I wanted to try this and see what the difference was. I wanted to see how it worked because I'd never seen the wax, and I thought, well, you know, let's try it and see if it makes a difference, and if it doesn't, we'll just go back to Teflon tape. Teflon tape, FOSS. I don't know what FOSS means. Goes on the threaded hose connections, not on the nozzle threads. Beeswax is for the nozzle thread, so this is a nozzle thread. Teflon tape would go, let's see, hold on, I'll show you. So on the connections, I'm guessing on the connections that go to the hose, I'm guessing, which makes sense because it's a bigger thing. Now, something else I got was one of these pack valve regulators, and it's basically the same as this. And this is already on here. This is the thing, and all I do is I can clip and quick release. And so I've got 2 airbrushes now, and I'm going to have one on the other airbrush. I don't currently have one on the other airbrush, so I can quick release. Makes it look cleaner, no tape sticking out. Yeah, I agree. And also, I can just kind of wipe the excess wax off with the paper towel too, which is nice. I don't know if I put enough wax. That's the only thing. And we're just kind of gonna hope that everything that I did works. All right, here's the trigger. And I believe there is a good and a right and a wrong direction. No, it looks like it goes either direction. I can't tell. I think I'm gonna go with this direction. And I'm just gonna pull this back and put that down onto the little, feel like it's moving. It looks like it is. And then I can put my needle back in there. Just carefully. Yep, looks good. And then I can tighten things back up. Yep, okay, I really like that high roller trigger. I feel like it's gonna give me more flexibility with things. A little bit more control maybe. Why are the geckos' lights off? Because it's nighttime. And actually I should turn that one off as well because it is nighttime. We give them kind of a daylight cycle, if that makes sense. So I try to turn them off at night. So they're not thinking it's day. All right, boom, 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 boom. We're ready. Now that doesn't seem right. That seems really far out. And maybe that's because I think you were right about this needle doesn't go with this tip. Let me try something else here. Hold on. Let's pull this needle back. And try this one. It could be wrong. It could be this. Might not be right either. Let's try it. See, that's even farther out. Holy cow. Well, this is the Patriot 105. Yes. And I also have Infinity CR Plus. And I love this one for so far I've only been putting inks in this one. And I've had a good, I mean, this one is very finicky. It does not really like paint. So I don't use that for paint. I only use this one for paint. All right, is it on? Did I turn it off? What happened? Oh, maybe nope. I think I turned it off. Maybe? I don't know what I did. That's not good. I think yeah, it's not on. Oh, I know what I did. I probably bumped the filter back here. Hold on a second. Sorry guys, I want to make sure. Oh, it's got, oh, there we go. All right, yeah. So it's got a little valve down here where that you can catch water and stuff, and if you get it turned the wrong way, it will not pump the air. There we go. Nope, now I gotta do this. Huh. What did I do? Is the compressor on? It is on. Oh, see, because listen. Well, it did for a second there. Hold on. I probably turned it again. Okay, that let all the air out. Now hold on. I might have turned it too far that time. Huh. I'm stumped. The compressor set it to correct tip for the needle. No, it's not the needle, it's the compressor. Because there should be air coming out when I do this, and it's not. And it didn't go, I just don't know what's happening here. All right, that lets all the water out. Okay. Huh. See the water, so yeah, it's working. Now what happened? Oh, it must be this dial. Hello, Trader Allegiance. Yeah, I heard it come on, it's on. We just gotta open up maybe this. I'm not sure. It's something with this. Well, let's try this. Let's try. I apologize. You guys are learning along with me. Let's try putting on the new thingamabob. Maybe that will make a difference. Just put it on this thing. Yep, that's what we're doing. We are doing that. I love it when you guys tell me what to do and then I'm already doing it. All right, let's take this off. I'm positive that it's the compressor. It's not the... There we go. Oh, I wonder if it's one of those. The trigger doesn't look like it's seated right. It should sit up at a neutral position. No. Let me see. Well, maybe there's something here. Oh. Isn't that funny? Just when I try to take something apart. Wait, I just heard something. Nope. So if it's sitting, it shouldn't be sitting up completely straight. Let me find my other brush and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. Look at this. This is my other brush and it's not sitting up neutral. It's forward pressed. All right, hold on a second. Well, phooey, guys. Now I feel like a big dummy head. I was hoping to be able to airbrush and I'm not sure what I did to goof it up. Am I ready for Gen Con? Pretty much. There's not much to get ready for. I'm not teaching, so you know what? It's not blowing. Oh, that's why. All right, hold on. Oh, because I turned it off. I'm such an idiot. I turned it off. All right, let's do this all back again. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Yep. Which airbrush model, Amberden? This is the Patriot 105. See if I can get that in there. All right, let's turn that on now. Still not working. All right, that is blowing. So we know something is working there. All right. Let's put on one piece at a time. All right. All right, now it's not blowing. Let's open up this valve. It's this. I don't know what it is. So it's definitely this piece here. Let me try putting the old one back on. something got all right. Let's turn it all the way that way and see what happens here. Thought it looked to film the trigger has been extended. Yes, so this is the high roller trigger. We talked about that. And that, you know what? Something, you're right. Something isn't working. Hold on, that's why this isn't. There's so many things. All right, now the needle's going back and forth, but the other valve or something isn't working. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. All right. You love that trigger? Nothing is working. We're gonna have to switch to a completely different valve, guys. Let's do this. We're gonna cheat for a second here. Hold on, let me turn that off. We might have to turn on my other compressor so that I can show you guys what I'm doing. For whatever reason, I can't seem to get these two valves to work, and I don't know what I did. Is the pack valve screw opened? So which, I don't know. Try it without the pressure adjust valve, but I have nothing to plug it into without it. Do you know what I mean? Your expat came with it? Yeah. Just connect the, I can't just connect the hose directly, Amberden, because this is not compatible with the Grex compressor. We just have to figure out which direction to turn things to open things up, because that's what the issue is. You have to push something inside the valve to test it. Only pull it back doesn't help. To push it. I am pushing. You don't have a plain quick. Yeah, I don't have a plain quick. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I can feel it. I can feel it. Did you hear that little sound when it disconnected? See? All right, that one's working. Why is that? Okay, so maybe it is the trigger now. So now that's working. We got one airbrush to work. So this is probably the trigger then. Maybe. Let's go backward. Aren't you guys, you're learning things while I'm learning things, huh? Let's see. Put this on top of the thingamabob. All right. She's trying to mate a badger with a gecko. Exactly. It is like playing God. Yep, it's threaded. We're all set. You've been having this problem? Oh, good. I'm glad it's helping you, Giggling Geekette, because it is extremely frustrating for me right now. All right. It's still not working. Let me try the old trigger back. Yeah, I heard that. And I don't know. Frustrates me about the airbrush, Badger airbrushes, is they don't fit any compressor and hard to get adapters. Yeah, no kidding, right? Let me try that other trigger, because it was working before. I had no issues with it before. Okay. Maybe it's plugged. Let's see. You love the priceless technological terminology. Let's try. Oops. This one here. Okay, that one's working. So it is something with the trigger. Well, let's just use this one, so we're not fighting with it the whole time. This is also a Patriot, so we'll be able to use it no problem. Now I just have to figure out what I did, what is different about this trigger that is not playing nice. Too much beeswax. Hey, you might be right. You might be right. Maybe beeswax got into something. I bet you're right. Let's see. Maybe you are right. Let's take a peek. That is something else that could be affecting it. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna try something now. I've got the tip off, everything is off. We know that brush is good. We're gonna use that brush to paint. Now it's working. It was the tip. It's not the needle. Yeah, the needle was too forward. Well, but the thing was, all right, let's maybe we had the wrong tips on. You guys are learning stuff with me. Let's put this guy on here. Okay, and then this guy. One at a time, we'll figure it out. Now we hear the air, okay. Put this on, slow, careful. Maybe, ha! We did it. I think you were right, McLeod. I think that there must have been some beeswax in there because now everything is working. Yeah, I think it was the beeswax, and I'm going to give you some points, McLeod, for thinking of that because that was a good idea. We're going to give some, we always give points to people who give me good ideas. All right, so we're going to gift 5 points to McLeod. There we go. Oop, did it work? It didn't work. That's interesting. Let me try it on the regular screen and see if it works better. Hold on. All right. At least we can paint now. Yes, it is always about paying attention to the tip. Name and number. Yeah, there we go. Oh, did I spell it wrong? Gift M4CL4D. Is that gonna work? There we go. You got 5 gold stars now. I'm just glad we figured it out. We know what it is now. We can move on with our lives. Happy, happy. And now we have our high ruler trigger installed. We've got our new tip installed. We've got our, what is it called? We've got beeswax and our pack valve regulators. That's what it's called. Everything is ready to go. All right, let's throw those away. Let's throw these needles back in the bag. All right, are you guys ready? So this is the model that we've got here to prime. And I have a set of wings. Where is the wings? Here we go, right here. Da-da-da. Right here. And I'm going to prime them separately. Let's put that right there. Put that over here. Okay, so let's prime this guy first. I think I'm gonna go with black. And I just bought some brand new black Styrylres primer right here. I've got some thinner that I can use. I think this time I'm going to try that. I've been using the Scale 75 Airbrush Thinner, and this time I'm going to try the Airbrush, it says new formula, the Airbrush Thinner. All right, I want to thank everybody in the chat right now for being so patient with that little airbrush snafu, but it really does go to show you a little bitty thing can cause all kinds of havoc. So I use thinner even when I'm doing primer, and I'm always going to put a little bit of thinner, whoops, don't spill it, into the cup to kind of like lube things up. All right, there we go. And then I'll just spray that out so that gets goes through the brush. So I never do a dry brush. You like the Vallejo thinner? To me, it thins nicely as well. Well, that's good to know. I don't know. I can't say that I've used this. I don't know if I have or not. So I'm going to dump some of this thinner in here. Just leave a little tiny bit in this cup. And I'm going to shake up this. So I love Stynylrez Res Primer. It says no thinning necessary, but I always try to, and we need to wear a mask for protection. So it says best applied with a 0.5 or larger nozzle brush at 20 to 30 psi. So that's, we've already got that set up. Pour the desired amount of Stynylrez Res Primer into the airbrush. I'll show you how I'm going to do it. It's going to be a little different. Holding the airbrush 4 to 6 degrees from the item you're priming, apply it in even coats over the entire surface. Apply in light coats, building the primer up until the entire surface of the item is covered and the item's actual color is hidden. Check all the areas and respray any light areas or any areas where the item's actual color is still detectable. Let dry for 5 to 8 minutes. 3 minutes if dried with an artificial heat source. Oh, that's kind of good. I can blast it with the hair dryer. And so one of the things that you may not know about primers is it kind of etches the surface of whatever it's, I mean, microscopically, it'll etch the surface of whatever it is on. And if you let it cure overnight, it's even better than if you paint right on it right away. Never used a mask? Oh my gosh, I definitely try to use a mask when I'm priming, to not only to set a good example, but because when you get stuff in your lungs, that's it. It stays in your lungs. There's no getting it out. And I'm not trying to, I'm older. I'm an older person. I'm not trying to have any future health problems in my life. So safety first. And there's a reason why they put that note on the warnings. Okay, so when you get the primer, there's a little cap here. We have to take this out. Thanks for saving the environment with this one too. The ozone layer thanks you for not using. Yeah, I don't like aerosol cans exactly for that reason. And I also just like how airbrush priming looks, and it's so fast. All right, I'm having, I don't want to wreck my fingernails with this, so I'm going to see if I have some kind of tool to pick this up here. Let's attempt to use clippers to see if I can dig under here. There we go. Now I can maybe get it out. Arrgh. They're covering their tuchus. Yeah, they are, but you should too. Now remember, guys, I am just showing you how I do things, okay? Whatever you do, I'm not responsible for. And I'm also not saying that there's only one way to do things either. Man, I need some pliers, not clippers. Let's see if I can find my pliers in this toolbox here. And it's always like whenever I get stuff out, I can never, it's such a pain. I can never find things when I need them. Come on. Bite it off? I just had gum surgery, Lamunis. What are you trying to do to me? My dentist said I'm not allowed to bite anything for at least a week. I'm going to go and fish my husband's pliers. I think they're down here. Aha! Found it. We're good now. All right. We're definitely good. All right. That's not pliers. That's clippers. Oh. Things are falling down. Things are... Oh, my goodness. So they put these in here so that way when they mail them, they don't just explode on you, which I'm really grateful for. But man, this one, I've never had them so stuck down in there. Emphysema, yeah, that is a possibility whenever you get stuff in your lungs. Especially if you have allergies, I mean, you just don't want extra stuff in there. All right, we got it, we got it. Success. All right, ready? Put this back on here. You need to wear the mask because you've done a ton of priming. All right, I'm gonna pour a good amount. That thinner thins it very fast. I'm just gonna mix that like that. Now, this is why I'm not pouring it directly in the cup, and I'll show you why. Hola, Game Master's Vault, how are you? It's like an aptitude test to be able to use. I know, right? Oh, Furpies, I know. This has been a challenging stream already. My patience is thin. I hope you guys are entertained because this is what you get, right? All right, so I take my brush and I add my paint from the side, and the brush hairs act like a filter and hopefully catch all the little gobs and clogs and pieces that I don't want coming through my nozzle, okay? And then I've got some water over here somewhere. I've got lots of little Dixie cups right here. Using my Hebrew muscles. Diomedes, what are you talking about? I have nerd muscles. All right. I'm going to use this brush periodically throughout the stream to apply more awesome primer. There goes steak night. Wait. Okay, are we ready? We got our primer. We'll set that aside. I need to check chat. Looks like I missed a lot of chat. You're here. You may begin. Okay, you skipped all the difficult parts where I was fighting with my airbrush, Diomedes. So, all right. Ooh, that is so nice. That high roller trigger is awesome. All right, we're gonna start in the underbelly, and I'm gonna try to start as. Ooh, look at that. I don't want to fire hose it, although that's kind of what's happening right away. I'm gonna get them in all of the little areas underneath first. Okay. Look at how fast this is, and look at how even this is. Oh, you know what? I'm not wearing my mask. Don't. I just made a big stink about it too. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna put the mask on. No schmutz in the nozzle. Check. Exactly. No schmutz. My father was a painter for over 30 years, spraying lacquer and other kinds of paints for houses, and it was a big contribution to his death. Yeah. I'm really glad to hear you say that, Durans. I'm going to put my mask on right now. I'll be good. Okay? I got to take my headphones off. Luckily, I don't need those to stream because I've got my mic on right here. All right. You guys can hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Yes. All right. It's a little bit gas. You can't say that, Diomedes. You have the same mask. So this is a Niosh, and it's Niosh, and it's like a very high-rated mask. It's really good for lots of different kinds of. Look at how good this is priming so fast. Very fast. The mask use the force. I just saw that Painting Crick subscribed. Hold on, I'm going to give you some mad love for that, if I can find my pen. Woohoo! Crix. X. Woohoo! Give some mad love for that. Luke, use the Force. Oh my gosh, we're so nerdy. I love you guys being part of the class too. We have so much fun over here. Okay. Going back down under the tail. Let's get the kneecap. Notice I'm turning the model, not the brush. The brush stays, the model turns. That's very important because you don't want to dump the cup over, right? It is shooting very fast, and I think we can control it. Like, I mean, I can control it. You can see that. Or I can go. I think it's going to be, it's fine. Now, I want to show you something. I'm going to take my mask off for 1 second. Careful who you're calling a nerd. You might work for one day, right? You all are going to work for me. Jacob Jansen, thank you for the raid. Mad love, hype. Okay, I want to show you guys something. When I get to the face, I want you to do this when you first start airbrushing. Just prime, but pretend you're practicing with the brush. Pretend you're practicing the painting part, but just use primer. Pretend you're highlighting, right? You can't mess it up because you're just priming. But this will give you some practice with control without jacking up a model. Okay, I figured this out for myself when I got scared about oh, you used to say gas, gas. Okay, no problem, Diabetes. I kind of thought so. I was hoping they wasn't going to mix with my Yiddishkeit there. That wouldn't be good. Darth Shoshie. Been ages since you pulled. Okay, so watch. I'm going to put my mask back on. We're going to pretend we're painting with the airbrush, but we're going to prime. Okay, so we're getting skill while we're priming. We're killing two birds with one stone. We did a 2-day basic course. Oh, wow. All right, there we go. All set. All right, watch. First, I'm going to make some small little dots and circles, lines, okay? Now I'm going to highlight his eyebrow. I'm going to try to highlight his eyebrow. I'm going to watch where my needle goes. See how I'm trying to get practice? I'm practicing. Now let's say I want to pretend to highlight this horn. I just want to hit it like that. Like that. See? I can get practice painting with the airbrush, but I'm only priming. See? And I can get lots of potential details. Let's say I wanted kind of a little highlight circle right here. I can practice adding that there. And let's say I want to practice getting a light like that. I know, Diomedes, thank you. I'm so glad. Okay, same thing. Practicing shading. See how I practiced on that hand? And then I can just finish it off when I'm done with the, we're getting down to the bottom of the cup. So that means we need to add more primer. Yes, oh, we're going to do whip trips today. Load your whips to the triptych gallery. We're going to do in an hour, in 45 minutes, we're going to do some whip trips. And you want to stick around because I have a very, very important announcement to make that you are going to love. If you were here for my announcement on Monday, you'll already know what it is. it involves the paint-alongs, and I think you're going to be really excited. Okay, so now I'm just going to finish this arm up. All right, turning the model. Jacob Jansen already knows what it is. Well, suffice it to say, we found a model for our next paint-along. And I think you are going to love it. It's had a really good reception so far. People are really excited about it. Okay, that is first. Now, I'm going to pretend to try to paint and highlight the top of his head. See, and it's working. Now let's say I want to practice shading in the mouth. And let's see, sometimes I'm going to blast it, but that's okay. We're only priming, so it's not going to hurt it if I get too much. All right. It is not a model of Mike. I know that's what you're all looking for, but it is not. Okay, let's do this. Oh, we need to, hold on 1 second. I need to get my little dental picks. Where'd they go? So I had a whole little bag of dental picks that used to be sitting up here, and then I cleaned, and then they went away. Where did they go? Oh, here's a bunch. All right, I got one. We've been using these and a little thinner or a little paint killer. Let's use a little paint killer, and we've been using it to keep the tip clean. That's probably enough. Kingdom Death Mike the pinup model. No. Hi, Davis Mini Art. How are you? Where's the airbrush? See, we can just clean that off nice and quickly. There we go. There we go. Go, go, go. Okay, I'm just looking for spots now that I might have missed. I'm just trying to hit those before I move on to the next spots. Okay. You hook me up on Skype. Okay, no problem. Don't forget to send me that that link to those glasses you were talking about. Let's see, can I get in there? Just a little bit. There we go. All right. It's looking good. Let's see if I can try highlighting down his little armor here. See what happens. Did that work? Kind of. I like to do the thinner layers near the face because I don't want to fill up all my details. So notice I'm doing little thin details over and over and over again until it gets darker. Zombicide? Nope, we're not doing zombicide. Yes, it's a dragon. Isn't he awesome? Roar! Another thing you can do is you can just press and you can dry. Right? You can dry things with the airbrush. kind of do a rocking motion. We decided that the dragon is going to be gold, metallic gold. We're going to do a metallic gold dragon with burgundy, and then I think we should pick a different color for his armor. I don't know yet what color armor a gold dragon would wear. But he's an emperor, so let's think about what an emperor... Oh, we're out of primer again. I am painting with acrylic paint. This is Stynylrez primer. It's not even a paint, it's just a primer. Oh, it's a primer paint. There we go. We add it with the cup. Uh-oh, did you see that? That was not good. Let's get that out of there. It's like a piece of goopy primer. Yeah, I love purple armor. Well, purple magenta looked pretty good. But his armor is metal, so let's see how that looks. Okay. Purple definitely will be in some of the shadows on his gold, for sure. He's looking good. I'm really enjoying, like, he looks really good so far. And there's a reason why I'm starting with the black primer. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. I'm not going to do zenithal priming on him. And you'll see why. I need it to be black. Use black and then gray at the 45, then while at noon. Yeah, but we're not doing that this time, and I'll tell you why. We're going to be doing a metallic metal. Oh, am I out of primer again? Jeez. All right, so here, let me wipe this out so I don't get all that crusty primer all there. Silver armor with a clear coat of purple will show. Oh, I like that, like a candy color, possibly. That could be interesting. All right, I'm hoping that's enough primer to get the last of this. Yeah, that does sound great. All right, you guys know about me and colors. It will look great. We'll figure out the colors together. Okay. Get in the crevices there. Get that back of that hand. Alright, let's see. I'm looking everywhere, just making sure everything is coated and covered. It's looking really cool, doesn't it? It looks really creepy as a black dragon at the moment. Alright. Okay, let's put that down. I'm going to get out this. Now, again, let's practice as if we were painting, right? We're painting highlights as if we were... Let's do this little arm down here. I'm out of paint again. How do I say your name? Oucha. I think that's how I say it. Welcome to the class. That's the last bit. It is a big chunk of resin. It does take a long time to paint. It's crazy. It's a big chunk. Okay. Last little bit here. Wow. All right. I'm going to leave that. Let's go back here. We're going to pretend again that we're going to be highlighting just to get the practice. See? And you can practice shading now. See? You get a little closer and you can make thinner lines and see if you can practice that, right? You get the idea what I'm trying to explain? How I'm trying to say you want to practice with the primer as if you're painting. See, I'm scribbling now. But it gets you practice with the tool. And let's see if I can fix that little area right there. Let's see if I can. See, I can. See, I can get my volumes. So Amberden said, you recommend a really cheap plastic kids brush for mixing paints and stirring the airbrush. Yeah, this is exactly what that is. This is like a Craftsman number 6 in a bag of 50 for $10. That's exactly what I did. I think I got the tip. Let's see if I can do this again here. There we go. These little dental picks are really nice for getting that clean. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can do. Let's see if I can paint the little claws by themselves. See, we can practice painting detail work while we're priming. Did you ever know that priming could be so challenging, and then you can really teach yourself some very important tricks? See, now I got 3 claws painted, very detailed. Darth Mullenix says, I do a 32 millimeter and it's harder with the airbrush, but every chance I get, I break out the airbrush into bigger models. Good idea. Yep. All right, now let's try. We're going to do some shading right here. I want a nice broad shade. Ooh. See? It's always better to try to do lighter and add. Whew. Let me try it a little more detailed this time. Let me try. See? Now, I can just finish it up after I get my little practice. And that's the other thing, is that you don't have to have it completely primed 100% black. Using a brush without a metal ferrule. Okay. Yeah, exactly. No, you're right. I just use those craft brushes, Samberton, and I get what you're saying. I just use what I got. But Amberton does have a good point. Okay, let's set that aside and let that dry. And we're going to practice again. Let's see how detailed I can get. See if I can. See? See, this might come in handy later when we're doing the rest of the painting. You might get some ideas. Okay, hold on a second. Alright, I'm going to stop first. I'm going to really quick finish this part up, and then we're going to do some whip trips, okay? So if my mods could do exclamation point whip trips, and you guys can get ready and start posting some of your whip works in progress and finished pieces in the gallery. We can do some little critique and criticism if you'd like, or just show and tell if you don't want to get any tips. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Before I stop what I'm doing, I'm going to pull the needle back just a smidge. All right, I've got a bottle here. I'm going to put dead paint water in. Let's see, I need my Badger spray through brush cleaner. I love this stuff. It really is awesome. You're cheating with yours. You got an airbrush stencil on the wings. Hey, that's totally fine. That's not cheating. It really is not cheating. I don't think so anyway. Mark Goodwin, thank you for the host. I appreciate that. There we go. Get all that chunky airbrush primer out of there. Yeah, it's just using your tools, exactly, like what Zav said. If you're not cheating, you're not trying, exactly. Okay, and I'm going to dump and spray. This stuff, this spray through primer is like a dream. I love it. I'm going to get that piece of chunky primer out of there. It melts it really well. Okay. It's almost clean. We're going to spray it until it is clean. And just pull the needle out real quick. I like to just wipe off the needle. Okay. All right, I'm going to set that down. We're going to take a minute. I'm going to have a funny mark around my mouth, but don't make fun of me. Should be able to, yeah, I'll do that next time. Give me a second here. I should be able to paint my Shoshie airbrush spiral. I'll be able to do that. All right, I need a little more thinner. I'm going to clean this brush off. There's water. That'll work too. All right, guys. Where is whip trip time? So, exclamation point. I don't know if this was working. Last time it wasn't working. You want to put it in the live image gallery in the triptych Discord. We're going to do exclamation point triptych so people can go over there and add things. There we go. There's the triptych Discord server. I don't know if this other link will work, but I had one that was directly to the gallery, whip trips. I don't know if this link will work or not, but you can try it. All right. Now, let's switch up to my face cam so I can do this. You can see like the marks from my mask. Whew. Okay, so even though I was wearing my mask, there's still I can smell there's a little bit of particles, a little bit. That's okay. Normally, when I'm priming, I'm back here on my spray booth and I've got this vented out the window, and these particles are probably gonna end up settling on my monitor and on my stuff. So I don't like to prime a ton out here. Airbrushing is a little different because I'm not using nearly as much paint when I'm airbrushing. When I'm priming, I'm using a lot. All right, guys, let me go. Let's see here. We're gonna zip over to the triptych Discord. All right, open the Discord. And post anything that you are working on currently or have already finished. and want us to see, because we're going to post it up on our lovely, here we go, live image gallery. Good, good, good. All right, I want to make sure. All right, we got new messages. Good, good, good. We got a bunch. I'm going to start opening these, and then we'll take a look at them one at a time here. Live images. There we go. Wait, that's go live. Good, good. I see a bunch. There's a few of you. Here we go. We got Cat Herder. We got Brian77. We got, oh wow, that's cool, Brian. Nice work. Put up all of those. I like the struggling with the larger flesh tones and getting stronger contrast. Okay, we're going to talk about that then if you want some help with that. Not a big deal. Zab put some stuff up. Awesome, Zab. Look at that. All right, everybody who has any work they'd like to show, do so now. At one point, we're gonna spend all the time we need on this, but I don't like to keep going back and forth. All right, let's take a look. So the first person up has Kingdom Death, and it is Brian77. All right, bear with me. Let's go to our whip trips. Boom. You got stuffs. Oh, yep, put them up. Put them up now. Anybody's got stuffs. It took you 2 months to pick the holes out of the stencil. Yeah. You know, I wonder if you could have just put some silly putty all over and then use that instead. All right, Darth Mullenix has got some things and they're throwing them up. Let me check. I'll go check to see, make sure anybody can put any new things. It's got to be in the live image gallery. Don't put it in the gallery. Put it in the live image gallery. It is down in the gallery section, okay? Make sure everybody's doing this right. Good. Okay, good. Everybody's doing this right. Live image gallery. Darth Mullenix. Awesome. Okay, so Darth Mullenix, are those yours? Okay, it looks like you got your, I'm confused. Are these yours or are these the box art? It's got graphics all over it. Do you have the whips? I'm so confused. The raw pics, yes. Okay. McLeod, that's you. Brian77, okay. 100% you're painting. Okay. All right. You got all those graphics all over it, so I wasn't sure if it was like somebody else's professional pieces. We're supposed to be synced? Not yet. I haven't done that yet. Amber, just give me 1 second. I gotta get everybody set up. Once we got everybody set up and I've got all the pictures opened. There we go. I prefer to put those up, if that's all right, because I don't really want to put up pictures with graphics. Yeah, that'd be good. All right, Painting Dragon, awesome. Whip Star Wars Legion. Let's put that up as well. Looking good. Okay. Got another image from Darth Mullen. Open original. There we go. Yeah, just to let you guys know, for future reference, photographs on my stream probably need to not have branding on them. That's what I'd prefer, just because You know, it's like, it's all about like getting help and not in a self promotion. Not that I'm saying that you're doing that, but just for future reference. All right, good. Okay, we got one more. Nakos, awesome. Oh, that's awesome. You're gonna be working on that guy. This is a good one then for you to watch, huh? All right, anybody else? Darth Mullen's got one last one. And another one from Nakos. All right, are we good? Is this it? I think we can start. Are we ready? You just finished that. They're supposed to look professional. I know. All right, we're all set now. We're gonna be looking at what I'm seeing, which I will start in 1 second here. Let's go look at Brian77. Brian77 is doing Kingdom Death right here. Here is the survivor, and it looks like it's one of the intimacy survivors. And this is still work in progress, I'm guessing, right? Or is this finished? It doesn't look like it's finished because it looks like you still have to add her to the base, and maybe you might want to finish that. I'm not sure, but skin tone's looking nice. She's looking tan. And if you don't want CNC and you just want to do show and tell, please let me know in the comments right away so that you just want to show and tell. And so then I won't give ideas or criticisms or anything. Okay. I'm sorry, Darth Mullenix. No, that's not what I meant. Oh, that should be a compliment though, that your pieces have gotten so much better since I first saw you posting. You've improved a ton. All right, so McLeod, this is you, right? Brian77 is McLeod. All right, so looking at her, just so you've got a little bit of the highlighting started on her skirt, and that looks pretty good. And then it looks like you haven't painted the bust yet. That still looks gray to me. And I'm guessing you haven't painted the hair yet because that is also gray. So we've got starts on the bandages, the skin, and you're just working your way up, and it's looking good. So I don't want to say too much here because it looks like you know what you're doing so far. But you know, highlighting on the skin, I would start with that. I always try to paint from the inside out. So starting with the skin, I like to finish all the skin and then go to the next pieces that are above the skin, and then the hair and so on. And sometimes I like to paint the eyes also, so because that way, if I get so far in painting and it's looking really awesome, and then I paint the eyes and I mess those up, then I get discouraged. So this way I paint the eyes first, and then if I mess up later, the eyes are already done, they look good, I can fix my other mistakes pretty easily. At least Sergio just told me, how do you say not very good job? Oh my goodness. Not very good. I would not say that to people. I would never say that to people. Backhanded compliments, am I right? It's praise. If that's praise, I wouldn't want criticism. You people, trolling. Okay, McLeod, so yes, I can't wait to see more of this, okay? So I hope that you heard all my comments. It's looking good. Let's look at the next one. This is by, who did we say this was by? I believe, hold on, I gotta look at my gallery real quick here. Scroll. It is by Cat Herder. All right, we're gonna go look at Cat Herder. And Cat Herder said they had some difficulty with the skin tones. So I'm really loving the blue and orange contrast, and I'm really liking the highlighting that you've done on the blue as well. I think that's nice and striking. Overall, clean painting, looking like, you know, I just like clean painting, and I also like the strong color contrast. I think they're gonna look really good on the table. I'm guessing you're not quite done with the base, and that's just my guess. And if it were me, I might see if I could add a little bit of orange to this, or some kind of red, maybe weathering powder, some kind of, you know, rusty weathering powder to kind of bring in the model and the base together. Because right now we've got yellow base, and then there's no yellow really per se. I mean, like in little parts on the like the underpainting on the bones, but that's about it. And so that's pretty much all I do on these guys so far. Let's look at some other versions. Yeah, same thing. The base, cat hair. See, cat hair. And let's look close. It looks good. I like this. Again, the colors are really nice. If you want to pop out some of these details, you could just go up in value just a tiny bit. But I don't think for a tabletop level that's at all necessary. I love the texturing that you've given the armor. That looks awesome. And let's see, we got another angle. Yep. See if I can back out. Yep. Do you have any questions about anything? Because I mean, I don't have a lot to say other than that. 'Cause so far, I think things are looking pretty good. Cat Herder says right in that right groove on the arm. Wait. Cat Herder says, that being said, I need honest feedback. Give it to me straight. It's me. Okay. So let me go look again. Hold on a second here. It is nice, clean painting. Look at this. Let's see. Okay, so is it this part here where it's purple? I mean, I guess if you, or maybe it's the yellow you're talking about, where you've got, from a distance, I don't see a problem. Let me look at the other one real quick. Let's see. Oh, what if you did that purple in the same areas? I think that would look really cool, actually. Yeah, that purple in there is awesome. Can you do that in more spots? I think that adds a lot of interest. Oops, sorry guys. Whoa. Making you dizzy. Right in the groove on the arm, it goes from the bone to super dark. The tone on the top looks very flat, and you're not sure how to bring it out. Okay, let's look at it one more time. The tone looks very flat. Okay, I see what you're saying. So what I would do, so you've got the bone color. I think what you probably are looking to do is maybe you might need to shade down. And by that I mean like take a Agrax Earth shade or an Agrax Earth shade or some kind of darker, like a Army Strong Tone or something, shade down, especially where the chitinous plates meet the bone, so that you are separating, and that will give you sort of a shadow. And then once you've done that, then you can go in with a little bit of white mixed with your bone and do a final second highlight, which is a little bit higher, and really like focus on only the highest points of each apex of each little part, and that will pop everything, kind of like what you've done over here with the plates, but focus on the apex of each piece. Like, so right here there would be a little highlight here, and then along here, because if you're thinking about where the light's coming from, let's say it's coming from over here, it's going to be hitting the tops of this bone and then kind of going around. It'll follow around a little bit and on the bones in the hand. But once you've got that shading in there, that's going to pop things out a lot more. I hope that helps. Catapult, Katie Pult, how are you? Start with the darker bone color and work lighter. Guess I need to work on this stuff this weekend, so you have something to post this week. Yes. We're gonna be posting, we're gonna be doing whip trips probably every stream now, because I think it's a lot of fun and really interactive with the stream. All right, give that a shot and report back, definitely. I'm doing good. We're doing whip trips, so if you have anything that you'd like to post, Katie Polt, then feel free to post it in the live gallery. Look at this. Now, who do we say posted this? Hold on. This one is by Almost Zab. Okay, let's look at this. Holy cow, that's a decal, right? Or did you freehand that? That's crazy. These look so good. Look at this. Now, Zab do you see these little highlights that he's got on here? They're technically edge highlights, but look at what a difference they make. Especially when you pull back. You don't notice them right away. And then I believe these particular little round highlights are the light in his room. But you could paint those in as well and give them that extra dimension. So, like over here, it looks like there's a little highlight on this button. And then he's got that drop shadow. And again, that adds extra dimension. And I love these colors. They're really nice. I don't know what this blue thing is over here. What is that? All right, looking good, Zab. What is it for? Let's see. It's just a stone. Cool. It looks good. All right, now let's look at our next person. There we go, Darth Mullen. These are so cool. Okay, nice clean painting. I'm liking like everything is a different color. The purple over here looks a little bit like it needs a highlight of some kind, and purple is difficult to highlight without going pink. So best thing to do would be to shade down with a darker color and then highlight up, right? Like you're gonna maybe even have a dark purple base and then highlight with this lighter purple to get this color. But yeah, looking a little bit flat on that part. And then on these, I don't know if this is supposed to be just yellow or gold, but I might go in and put little highlights on each one of these things just to pop those a little bit. So it looks like you've got highlights on this metal here. You've got a base of gold and then highlighted it, and that looks nice. I like that. Very, very clean. Looks good. You can see the separation between the different colors. We're going to go back over here to finish more of Darth Mullenix. Oh, see, now look at this. This is the highlighting that I'm talking about. This guy has sort of purple highlights, and I think you need to do that on this. And look at how this feels so much more finished than this guy. And that's exactly because these have highlights and this shirt doesn't. So whatever you've done with this guy, I really, really like. And I love this scarring that you've put on here, this wart tattoo, whatever that is. Really adds a lot of character to him. He's cool. 32 millimeter, but they're smaller than normal. Freaking small is the scale. Yeah, it is. Glazed down the purple. I don't think glazed down the purple. I think what he did with the purple on the shoulders of that one guy with the bumps, warts or whatever these are. This is what I was talking about wanting to see on this guy's shirt. I think that'll make a huge difference. And then this one, it looks like she's got some magic. Now, I know you're wanting it to read as like magical OSL, but it's reading as kind of solid blue. So I would highlight this again one last time with an even lighter color. Take some white, whatever this base color was, or even this kind of yellowish color that you've already got over here, and only the very, very, very tips, and only the very, very highlights of, and here's your light source, right? The light source is coming from here, and the rest is all magical, but there's going to be a radius of OSL that's gonna hit highlights on everything in that radius. And it's gonna, the farther it is away from the center, the lighter it's gonna be. So stuff over here is gonna be brighter, lighter, and stuff way down here, farther away, that's gonna be pretty close to what it is, but a little bit lighter. Hope that makes sense. Hi, Ty Love, Huggles. You're on your phone and like, Shoshie's Minis live and I must go home and watch. Now you're here. That's good. All right, let's look at some more. We got some more Darth Mullenix. I'm gonna, oh no, I just closed one. I think I closed one. All right, well, we'll go back to the Star Wars one. Oh, nice work. That looks really nice. These are small, and the thing about sci-fi for me is that it's so unforgiving. And I'm looking at all of the line work that he's done, and it's so straight, and it's like panel, panel, panel. Look at the details. It's not letting me zoom in very much. It's probably a big photo already, but those look super good. And I think you had a question on the live gallery. Whoops, sorry guys. Here we go, live gallery. Let me squeak down here real quick. It says, Star Wars Legion, do I need to highlight the weapons more? Let's look at the weapons real quick here. Yeah, I think there's little tiny, I mean, you're gonna have to get a small brush, but yeah, I think you can probably get away with doing it on like the scope and the little sight and some of the little parts. I don't think you need a lot. It looks like you have a pretty good handle on where to highlight, so I think go ahead, definitely. Just practice on one, and if you don't like it, then don't highlight the other ones. Maybe that's what I would do. All right, and then we did that, we did that. This is by Greek Knocos, am I right? And it looks like you have somewhat started painting. Yep, we got a layer of primer down, and it looks like the model is maybe, come on, I want to go back up there. It looks like the model might be a plastic pink, and that you primed over it. And it looks like you've got a good amount of this ivory painted, and he's some sort of bone Tyrannosaurus he's like a dead Tyrannosaurus bone wear man. That's the coolest idea I've ever seen. Zombie dragon. There you go. Yeah, highlight the type of the fluting. That would work. White is difficult to paint. Yes. So my trick to painting white is don't paint white. Paint your off-whites and paint your grays, and then like highlight with your white. Use white last. And since it looks like you know how to airbrush, it looks like you kind of know how to do that a little bit already, and you can practice. Don't let the stormtroopers fool you. They are hard to paint, I know. Nice bases. Get some color into the legs. Yeah, exactly. Let's see, Greek Knuckle says black Steinmilrose primer. Pink was based with Reaper cactus flower. Okay. And the skin was based with Reaper's nut brown and then layered with golden shadow. Then the whole model got glazed with Pro Krill's bright ivory. And you're going for an albino elephant flesh, which is a dusty sand undertone, versus albino's reptile's pinkish undertone. Whew. That's a lot to try. Did you get any references to see what albino reptiles look like? Because they can vary a lot, and as long as you have like one solid reference, it can make a big difference in how it looks. It's really cool looking though. I think you've got a good start on it. I want to see more. I want to see what happens when you start doing washes and things like that. Ty says, I want to share my finished product, but wait for me, but be gentle, I'm new. Okay, I will, definitely. This was all airbrush work, very good. Druid Jeff, thank you for hosting me. That was really nice. References for both reptiles and elephants, excellent. All right, let's see what is next. There's the other angle, that looks good. Let's see here. Looking good. So the airbrush white over the pink might need something because it does look a little speckly and dry. And so you might want to take maybe some ink and then thin it out until it's a glaze, like almost like mostly, not so much ink, but more water. and do a spray of it to kind of blend, because I'm seeing all these little pieces of the white on top. See, like here? I feel like maybe a little glaze of something to settle into the crevices. I don't know, what do you think? All right, let's look and see real quick here. I'm gonna go back to my face cam so that I can dig out. Would white acrylic ink work? Yeah, but it might still make the little crustiness too. So you might want to experiment. The light washed out a lot of the color. Oh, okay. It's next layer is lavender. Yeah, the speckles could work. You might want that texture. It could look cool. All right, let's see if anybody else posted. Yes, they did. We got exhilaration. Is that you, Ty? Are you exhilaration? Holy cow, this is crazy amazing. When people get really into diorama type stuff, I'm always in awe at the time. Well, so even when I do my own dioramas, I don't know how I do it, because I really, deep down, I don't have the patience for that kind of thing. So I kind of just take it step by step. Okay, holy cow. Let's look at, this is her, first of all, let me find out if this is, exhilaration is indeed Ty. Yep, okay, it is. Hides in the corner. Okay, first of all, I want to tell you, you did a great job. Good job. Hi, Metal Newbie. If you have some works in progress, you can post them in the live gallery on Triptych. We're going to go look at those right now. Look at this. So, holy cow. Okay, so there's her model. And she's built this whole kind of awesome portal. And the sky is coming out, and the adventurers are getting ready to fight. And there's some cogs and time machine things to open the portal. So it looks like you have tiled, my airbrush compressor is still working. You tiled out, I guess you used actual tiles, and then you made, how did you make this portal? I love these gems that are hanging from this. This is incredibly creative. Let's look at the next one real quick. This is a close-up of the models, and you can see they've got beads, little flowers, so much detailing. Look at that. Very nice. Oh my gosh. This is a dice for scale. So this is little bitty. Whoa. You know what I'd like to see you do, Ty? Because I know that this little thing here is not very big. I'd love to see you put this on like a little stand or plinth or something, to see if you can find something so that it's not flat on the ground, because it's such a nice piece, especially if this is your first piece of this kind. Let's look at him. He's great. And I think that you should really kind of display this nice. Look at these gems. They look like Eldar gems up there. You know, I think if this is your first diorama, you should be very proud, because it looked like you put a lot of work into it and a lot of thought. And dioramas are not easy. And this is pretty cool. Yeah, you had fun. That is, and let me tell you, that is the most important part of painting, in my opinion, is having fun. Yeah, okay, so this is, she says, paving stones you made from plaster and a mold. The grass is made from a paintbrush hair you dyed. Oh, cool. Wow. Out of airplane wings from a plane model. Okay. Greek Nako says, one of the things I've been conscious of, not having even or smooth coverage of the previous layer. First time you did gems. You didn't know what you were doing and you had fun. That's good. All right, thank you guys. This was really fun. I think this might be the first night that we've done whip trips on Wednesdays, right? Maybe? All right, so now we have a special announcement. Now that you've hung out there, you ready for this announcement? Oh wait, Model Newbie said they just added their anime demon girl, She's not glued up fully. Okay, let's go back and we'll look at model newbies. And then we're going to have a crazy, amazing announcement that you guys are going to you're going to love. If you already heard it when we had Monday's announcement, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Good job. Model newbie. Model not so newbie anymore. All right, and then looks like Greek Knocko's posted one more that looks a little bit more further along. Okay, I'm gonna put that one up too. All right. Shall we look at these? And then we're gonna have our announcement. Sound good? You're so scared. Thank you for the kindness. Well, you know what? I am a teacher. I used to substitute teach, and I also used to teach kids. And I know that there is no sense in raking somebody over the coals when they're just starting, and you need to only build people up. And so some people have an issue with how I approach critiques, but I think it's more important to have you painting more and getting more into it and having more fun and gaining confidence, because you will get better by doing that. And then once you reach a certain level, then I will come and pick for you, okay? But I won't do that until you've put in the time. And that's really important. A lot of people need to know that. All right, let's see. Okay, I got the enemy chick up. We're gonna take a look at it. Oh, just less harsh light. Okay, perfect. Darth Mullenix, stop it. Oh my goodness. All right, one more from Greek Knockos. Okay. All right, here we go. This is a demon chick that model not so newbie is painting. Hold on a second here. I'm only saying that because I think that you've improved so much in such a short time. Look at this amazing, beautiful blend. And I'm thinking, are you using the airbrush? I cannot remember if you are. And are we missing a leg? I think the leg is not quite attached yet. Look at how smooth. It's either wet blended or it's just airbrush, because it's such a smooth blend. Unless you took like a million glazes and did that, which I would not have the patience for. So I'm already very impressed if you did do glazes, but awesome job either way. Let's look at this. There we go, better view. Look at that. Very nice. Now we've got a little bit clearer picture of Greek Knockos. We do still see a little bit of that speckling, but I like that. I can see the lavender now, and I can see that a lot better. Yeah, oh, that's a cool view. He's got these cool plates. Is this the directions to putting it together? Or is that for a Gundam? That's pretty impressive. All right, guys. Seriously floored. Yeah. Airbrush. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Keep it up. We will be calling you model. We'll be calling you model not so newbie a lot more. All right, and okay, big announcement. We've been talking about how the channel wants to do subscriber-only streams with paint-alongs, and that's going to be happening. And not only that, but I got a company approached me and said, hey, I'd like you to do a box opening, maybe paint something on stream. And I let them know, I said, you know, I only paint things on stream if I'm either an affiliate program of some kind, or, you know, like a heavily sponsored type of situation, or might be able to, or if I'm paid. That's the other way to get on stream if you're a company. So hopefully you companies pay attention. And then, oh, the white speck. Okay, so the instructions are for a Gundam. I want to see that Gundam next time, okay? Because Gundams are really awesome, and I want to see it. So, and the other thing is that I said, well, we are kind of looking for some busts. So if you have some busts, we're looking for some busts to do a paint along. And what we could do is, in the past with Carl Ruddick's vampire bust, we had a group order. We ordered the busts, he shipped them to us, he gave us free shipping, he gave us a big discount, and we did this paint along. So if you're able to work out some kind of deal like that for my American followers, then we can make the paint along happen. And so this is what we're gonna do. The guy is giving me a discount on the bust for anyone who orders from the US, Canada, Mexico. Unfortunately, if you're from the UK or from Europe or Australia or wherever you are from, you're gonna have to order directly. You'll still be able to get a discount. You'll probably have to pay for shipping, but at least you'll be able to do the paint along, hopefully. And we're gonna try to get this done before Brexit goes into effect so that people won't get like hammered by that and import taxes and things like that. So expect this all to happen before October as far as the group order goes. Now, I've also made a promise, which I will make a promise right now, that we'll do the paint along before the end of the year. All right, so clip that, let your people know that that's what I've committed to. We're gonna do the paint along before the end of the year. The group order will be before October. So save your money. Yep. Ready to see the model? Okay, so I'm going to tell you the model will be probably $50 USD and plus shipping, which will, depending on how shipping, how big this model is, if I can get it into a priority small rate box, flat rate box, it'll be $10. It'll be, I think it's $13 if I have to go to a medium box. But yeah, it will not be a Pokemon. You're gonna like this. All right, you ready? Let's take a look. I'll show you. Hang on, I'm gonna get this ready. Let me close all these gallery images. We don't need this anymore. Hold on, there we go. We're gonna look at this. Hold on. Oh man, I closed it somehow. Hold on. There we go. I'm getting this set up so that you'll be able to look at this, all right? This is number 1. There we go. And this is number 2, and this is number 3. We got 3 images for you guys to see. So like I said, it's going to be $50. It'll be pretty much the same as, I'm pretty sure that's the same price that Carl Ruddick's bus was. And that group order, I could not have managed that group order better. The painting itself took me a year to manage, but the group order went through really quickly, which I was very happy about. All right, and then, hold on, let me double check this. Okay, so we got the left one. There we go. All right, we're set. Here, drum roll. Boom. This is what we're gonna be painting. Look at this. It's called the Ancient One, and it's by the Abyssal. I know, it's sweet. Let me show you the other, I know, it's so cool looking. And there's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So let's look at the, here we go. This one is the other, he's got this big old anchor bell thing, which I think is amazing. And it's got crazy faces. We can do all kinds of weathering and different kinds of colors things. Also, since we have the whip trips now, the awesome thing is that we'll be able to work on this together and get criticism comments while we are working on it during the process, and it will be a true paint along. So this is, I'm very, very excited. And so, yeah, look at these crazy teeth in the side of his face. So yeah, the Ancient One by Abyssal, and Fausto Palumbo is the creator of the company. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. Yeah, the sign needs a sign that says free hugs. You made a promise, no more resin, but me once. Yeah. Well, you are always welcome to watch and enjoy, and you know, you don't have to buy it. You can just watch the VODs. Here's the thing. Remember, it's going to be subscriber only when we do the paint along. Eventually, once we're completely done with the series, I'll upload the whole thing into a playlist on YouTube. So it won't always be subscriber only. Okay? It's not showing. Okay, listen. The reason why it's not showing up on the website is because you guys get first crack at it. It's going to be exclusive release at first. So that's why you'll be able, I know, right? So you guys get a show out. I know, this is really exciting. This is what we wanted. So you guys get first crack at it. You guys get the discount. We're going to do the group order. This is super exciting. Will the videos be viewed off stream after each time? No, they will be subscriber only on Twitch. We won't be uploading them until the whole thing is done. Then they'll be uploaded to YouTube. So then they'll be open to anybody, non-subscribers, everybody can watch them once they're on YouTube. Yep. Yeah, so if you are a subscriber, Ty, he can watch your VODs. That's what I would suggest you do. So that way you can do it together, because you only need one subscriber per household. Pun expected. Did you just get here, Pun expected? Did you miss the amazing announcement that we just showed? First crack at the Kraken. I know, release the Kraken. Okay, Pun expected. We just made an announcement. I'm gonna do this again. We're doing a paint along, and we just we're gonna be using this amazing model right here, this bust from Abyssal, and we're doing a group order. So I'm gonna be, I know, right? It's so cool. It's a $50 bust because we get a discount. We're gonna be getting free shipping from Europe. Yeah, right? You're gonna have to pay from shipping from me, but that'll probably only be $10 or $13. So I'm gonna set up everything in the Triptych Discord, a little area that, you know how we have galleries for everything else? We're gonna have a paint along gallery, and we'll have the Ancient One gallery, we'll have the Ancient One group order, and so on. So we'll be able to do all the group order information through Discord, and then I will set up a spreadsheet, and then we'll email everybody, and I'll take your payments, etc. You didn't get a chance to do the last paint along, so now remember, this is subscriber only. You can still order the bust and wait until I upload all the videos to YouTube, but it's like $4.99 to subscribe, right? So why not? Why would you not do it and do it with us and have the excitement? And then that's the other nice thing, is that subscribers will get to have access to that part of the Discord where they can do, you know, the group order, everything. Zarin Prime, thank you for the follow. Welcome. So do we send you money for this model plus shipping like we already? So the way it works is I do this in stages. First thing I do is I get everybody who's interested on an email list, essentially. And then I'll make a group invoice, and it will send each person a specific invoice with the amount that's due. And then when it comes, we pay Fausto, and then when it comes, then I'll bill you again for shipping. Okay? So you'll have 2 invoices to pay. First, you'll buy it, and then you'll pay shipping depending on what that ends up being. Because I don't know how big this thing is. I don't want to make you charge shipping before we know how well it's going to ship. Plus, not only that, but some of you might be from Canada or Mexico. And in that case, because you just need to be from North America, basically. If you're from Canada or Mexico or Alaska, someplace where shipping is going to cost a little bit more, then I'm going to bill you for that, not the flat rate or whatever it ends up costing. Yes, I'm excited. There's so many people. No, I don't mind repeating myself. It's kind of like everybody gets a little extra. Pun expected is from space. That's awesome. So yeah, I think everyone in my last stream was super excited. You guys seem really excited. Yes, lots of hype. This is going to be, I'm even more excited about this bust than I was about the vampire bust. And so, yeah, we're going to learn a lot. We're going to paint a really cool bust. And the other thing about this is a paint along. You can paint along with me, or you can do your own thing. I'm totally fine with that. If you do the paint along, you'll be doing kind of exactly what I'm doing. And then I can give you tips on, like, if you're doing something else different, you can do it, you know. How do the rest of us order from the site if the bust isn't listed for sale yet? So I will give you a link and a coupon code, Joanne. So we'll set that up once I have, because the model is still in production. It's not done yet. So as soon as everything is ready, we'll do the group. It's like a pre-order almost. I'll give you the code and the link, and you'll be able to order directly through that. It'll probably be something like Shoshie sent me or something like that. I'm in communication with Fausto, and we'll get it all set up. But yeah, I'm psyched. I'm super psyched. Yeah, and I still need to, like, let the Triptych brothers know, the Triptych boys, and tell them. And so yeah, this is going to be fun. So let's see. Okay, so we're priming Dragon. This is the Dragon we're priming. Can't wait to see the bust in person. Yeah, I don't know how big it is. That's the thing. It's like, I'm guessing that it's like that big, because it looks like it's got some weight to it. I can't imagine it being like little bitty. It'd be very hard to paint. Would you be okay with me letting my local painting group know about this? I assume as long as they follow and sub, they'd be good. Yes. Yes. Definitely. The thing is this is what Fausto told me. He says if we get 30 busts ordered, he'll give us an even deeper discount. And it's sounding like people are excited enough that we might hit that. So, and that's the North American group order that I'm talking about. So I apologize if you don't live in North America. I don't know if the 30 will count toward that coupon or not. So, yep. Spread the word. It's going to be cool. And take a little quick, here, I'm going to post this up real quick. You can take a quick little screenshot with your phone if you have. Hold on a second. Take a quick little screenshot. Bah! And then you can show your friends or tell them about it and then show them. All right. You're in. You'd order 2 just to help hit the minimum. Well, a couple of people did that last time. They ordered 2 so they could have one to do the paint along and then one to do their own way, which I think is awesome. And so the other nice thing about ordering busts in large quantities from Europe is that everybody wins. Everybody in the US doesn't have to pay extra shipping because we're all kind of going in together. And then the producer wins because he has a guaranteed amount of how many busts are going to be sold. And it's a win-win situation. All right, let's see. We've got a little bit left to prime on Dragon. It's 7:53. We're going till 9, so it's almost 8. We have another hour. I think we're going to finish Dragon, and why don't we go ahead? Do you want me to start painting Dragon, or shall we work a little bit more on King of Ruin? Because I'll show you how he's looking. This is King of Ruin, and we've been working on, we've got magnetized weapons that I've been working on a little bit. Look at that. He's a badass. Oh wow, White Metal Games TV, thank you for the raid. How's it going? Party of 14. I think we do need a little potty break or some kind of water break. What do you guys think? Should we do a cat stretch at the very least? You want the Dragon? I think I want to do the Dragon too. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be finishing to prime. Look at how dark he is. We're going to finish priming this Dragon. All we got to do is these wings. And then we're all set. Maybe a little bit on that chin. But Dragon is primed. We're going to start painting him. We're going to paint him a metallic gold. Metallic gold. He's going to be awesome. we don't do shout outs here on unless I tell somebody to do a shout out. How do I say your name? Is it Hunt Gunderson or Junt? Painting Cricks gifted a sub to McLeod. Now you can do the paint along. At least if we, well, you probably have to do it again next month, but at least you'll be able to do any of the sub only things here. Yeah, no problem, Ty. Let's finish the priming super quick. Then we'll work on some more dragon. Actually, I am going to go run upstairs, grab a drink and a snack real quick, and then we'll be back. Let's get a little stretching going on, okay? So, and then we'll be back to finish everything. In fact, I might just, yeah, that's awesome. Give some love. Here we're gonna put McLeod on the board here. Look at, I got all the spray. McLeod, we wouldn't even be here priming if you hadn't said something about the wax. So I think it's awesome that you got a sub today. Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break, a quick BRB. Okay, and I will be back. It'll probably be like less than 5 minutes. All right, you can get a little potty break in there. And we are back. And I got some Gatorade with me. So, Pun Expected said, anyone have the name of the company making that bust? Yes, it was Abyssal. Like abyss with soul on the end, Abyssal. And it is not up on the website yet because it is not released. So we have gotten first look at it. We will get first crack at it. Canadian Painter, that's such a cute logo. Thanks again for that raid. Whoops. It is Abyss Soul, like soul. Hold on, I'll type it for you. Yeah. ABYSSOUL. There we go. They have a lot of cool busts, by the way. So, all right, we're gonna finish priming. I think we're gonna skip the wings for now, because the treatment that I want to do on the wings is going to be just a little bit different. So I think I want to do the belly first, because I want to do that a little bit lighter. I've got some white gold I think I might do on the belly. All right, I'm going to get a cup. Hold on a second. Let's do overhead. This is the Krill paint by Creature Caster and Monument. Ooh, did you see that? We need to shake it. Dinner time. Okay, Ty. There we go. Why is that? That needs shaking a lot more. The thing about metallics is that all the little flakes of everything tend to go on the bottom. It says white gold, but that's not what I want. Hold on a second. This is what I want. I want light bronze, not white gold. But we can add the light bronze to this so it'll be even lighter. Let's take a peek. Stuff is appearing in chat before it is spoken about. It's freaking you out like Shoshie's reading minds. Yeah? That's weird. I am psychic Shoshie. That's funny. All right, there we go. That is better. Let's do a little bit more of that. Mix that up. Oh, yes. That is what I wanted, that kind of platinum color. I need to... You just tried a few of the new Turbo Dork color shifting metallics and they're interesting. M3 Studios, thank you for following. Welcome. We're getting ready to airbrush. Now, I've heard this, that airbrushes don't like metallics, so I'm a little scared. Some people won't use them. Yep, here comes the Pro Krill. We'll see. I'm nervous. I've not used. I'm going to use a little bit of this in here real quick. I have not. There we go. I've not used metallics in my airbrush yet. So we'll see. Let's try it. It does just fine. Perfect. Awesome. It's fine enough where it won't cause a problem. And I've heard that it is formulated for airbrushing because I know that both James Wapple and Slow Fuse, they use airbrush all the time. So notice that I'm loading my airbrush from the side of my cup like this. I'm adding paint with my brush. Notice that I haven't really got any clogs. Just need to clean it properly and use a larger needle. Yes, okay. All right, so let's try just that and see what happens. That's probably enough. Okay, there we go. All right, it's giving us a fine mist of, now we need our mask. All right, ready? I'm scared because I'm not sure this is what I want to do. Because I just realized that I should have maybe gone darker first, but let's just try this. We can always prime back over it if we have to, because we're going to use thin, soft amounts. And I'm going to start with the belly. And I'm trying to respect my shadows. Metallic medium is great. Okay. I'm just hitting the belly. And I'm trying to get it so that it has a shimmer, but for the most part, So see how we're slowly bringing up the highlights on that? And I'm going to get the neck as well. I'm going against the scales so that see how I don't want to go this way because it'll mess up all my shadows. So there we go. So far so good. Looking good. Same thing on this side. Notice I turn the model. Don't turn the brush, turn the model. Okay, that looks good so far. I like that light belly. I need to get the inside of the hands. And I'm just doing little short bursts like this. Can you see that? How I'm doing little short bursts. Building up my color. Like that. See that? Haven't done much side-by-side. Turbo Dark seems very fun as well. Hey, our Scott222. Thanks for the follow. Never thought about pulsing. Yep, I learned pulsing from Angel Heraldez and Sergio Calvo Rubio. Both of those guys use airbrush all the time. Also, Julio Cabos. So by doing this, let's say this is my area that I'm trying to cover. If I'm pulsing, I can control how much paint covers that black spot. And I can blend and glaze. And if I'm just going burp, right, then I can't control it as well. Right, so I'm just building color and building it. Let's get it on the inside of the thighs. Okay. The only thing about pulsing is you need to watch for dry tip a little bit more. You need to make sure that you're checking it every now and then. Get the back of that arm a little bit. Let's see if I can. Now notice I don't have to hit every single spot because metallic isn't metallic and shiny when it's in the shadow. Okay? So I don't have to hit every spot, just the spot that's getting hit by the light. So if my airbrush can't reach it, then neither can the light. So I don't have to worry about hitting every tiny little spot. Look at that. Looking good. All right, I think I gotta get this arm over here. This is gonna be a little harder with this hand back in the back. Yeah, that light bronze is really awesome. I love it. Copper from Nat are the favorite from your line. I like it too. All right, so trying to get that the part of the scales that are lighter that connect to the belly. And remember, if it doesn't get hit by the light, then I don't need to worry about painting it. Okay. It's looking pretty cool so far. You can kind of see where it's going. You see how shiny that is right there? Okay. Let's see. Alrighty, I think that looks good. Let's get the bottoms of the feet. I got a little overspray on that, but that's not too bad. Got the back of that foot already. All right. That looks good to me. Okay. And let's go ahead and mix our next color, which I want to get a different cup out for. And I'm going to go ahead and spray through the rest of this paint. Let's see if I can dump it, actually. It's going to be a bit HRR Geiger looking. We'll see. I kind of have a view. He's going to be gold. So we'll see what he looks like. Cat Donuts, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I'm going to spray that through as much as possible anyway. I'm just going to give it a shot of spray through cleaner. I'm going to be adding the darker gold next, so it's not as big of a deal if I don't get that completely sprayed through. I just want to spray through as much as possible. That's copper. Here's the gold. Now, before we go further, I want an undertone of kind of a reddish color. So I'm going to use my mahogany first in parts. Okay, there's my mahogany. I'm going to mix these two together actually to start. We're going to create a demi-metal. Okay, let's do this first. We're going to do the gold in here first. Wait, you got to shake it. You're hitting Pro Krill hard? Awesome. Yeah, I am. I like Pro Krill a lot. Okay, there's our gold. Okay. Now, we're going to just put a little bit of this mahogany in here. I don't have a lot. Let's see what it mixes into. We gotta rinse our brush. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Okay. I think I'm gonna add a little thinner to that. Let's just use the Vallejo because it's here. Just add a couple drops. Yep. Okay, I'm going to add more mahogany because I want this more mahogany than gold. Are you still on the no new liquid crack kick? Liquid crack? Oh, no new paints? No, I mean, if they're given to me, sure. But I'm not buying anything new, really. Okay, we're getting a nice, really warm gold. Look at that. That's a really warm. I feel like I almost need even more. Well, we'll just use this and see what happens. We're going to put this in. We need a little bit more thinner. Put it in there first. Spray it through. Okay. Oops, caught it on the paper towel. Good evening, Electron Hexagon. How are you? All right, add that. It seems like it needs a little bit more thinner, maybe. Just a few drops. Anyone know why a red and blue Winsor Newton ink would turn brown? It's actually supposed to turn. It's supposed to turn like a, I guess if it depends on how much orange. If there's too much orange in the red, it'll turn brown because orange and blue actually make brown. And that is why. Ooh, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm going to love this. All right, now we're going to think about our light. And the best way to do that is to look where the light is hitting the model on the black. And I'm going to aim it the direction, I need to go the direction of the scales. And again, I am doing little blasts. Okay. I'm not going to do very much paint where I'm not going to do a lot of paint where there's supposed to be shadows, okay? Oops, I need to go this way because I need to go, don't go against the scales. See that? Let's turn this around so you can see that. See how that... What did I miss, model newbie? Anyone? Oh, yeah. No problem. So see, that's looking really cool already. Let's go against the scales, or with the scales, sorry, with the scales. Now that is so pretty. I don't know if the camera is picking up how really pretty that is. It's looking awesome. Can you guys see it? It's going to be so badass. It is an amazing model. I love him. Now remember, I'm trying to concentrate. That shoulder is going to have a ball of highlight in one spot. Okay, now I got to go this way. I don't know, his scales kind of changed direction. Whew, that was a very high blast. All right, that's okay though. He can have different amounts of color on him. We can always tone it down later too. That's awesome. Now let's see. Teviston got back. Did I make the announcement? I did, Teviston. We did make it. Did you were there on Monday though, so you already know, don't you? People were very excited. Yep, different paints have different combinations of dye, so just like what she said, you have to find the person. Yeah, exactly. Now I'm being really careful. Notice how I really started slowing down, and I'm making much shorter bursts on the face because I don't want to mess it up. Let's turn him this way real quick so I can go down the head. Look at that. That's so awesome. Roar! Now remember, this is just our beginning coats. We're not even ready for the rest of the highlights. I know Kraken Squid Bus is going to be really exciting to paint. It's looking good. Look at how fast he's painting up. Let me see if I can adjust my color so you guys can see this a little better. Give me 1 second here while let's do overhead properties. There we go. Configure video. Let's see if the exposure changes a little bit. There we go. You can see that so much better. Oh my God. There we go. All right, look at that. Oh, so you guys can see that so much better now with the silver belly and everything. You're a weirdo, JJ Newbie's kid. Now don't forget, I'm gonna slowly build up color on his face because I don't want to mess it up. Okay. It's looking awesome. Roar! Roar! I'm loving this color shift that's down on his neck here. It's looking awesome. All right, let's get his back scales. Good. His son decided to say hi in his weirdo way. Aw. Nice. Let's get this side of the arm. There we go. I like that. I like how when I add a little color, that red pops out a little bit. Okay. All right, now we just need to do this hand. Looking good. This guy is painting up super fast already. Just got to get this side of the tail. A little bit over here. A little bit in here. Woo! I don't want to get too much of that. Might have to hand paint some of that. We can always go back over it, I guess, if we need to. Okay. So we built up our skin tones on our dragon. It's looking good. I kind of want to do a little glazing with this gold over the other gold, especially in spots where it's, yeah, that's better. Oh, see, now we got dry tip. Gotta fix it. The only thing I don't like about the mask is it makes my nose run. It's so funny. All right, a little bit of, there we go. See if I can get that off. Good. Dry tip is a really big reason for clogging. So you want to keep that clean. There we go. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of glazing of this gold over the other gold, just to warm everything up and kind of make it all blend together a little bit. That way, if we had some mistakes, you know, we can kind of compensate for it a little bit. See how that, it's still like a white gold, but it's lighter now. Let's do this neck on the bottom here a little bit. That's looking good. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any answers? Okay. I like that layer. You guys know I like to underpaint. Okay. That is looking really nice. All right. Now, this is the point where I need to get out this color. I'm going to take my mask off for a second here. Oh, I think I have this a little tight. I'm going to fix it a little bit. Whew. There we go. That's better. Now my nose won't run so much. Maybe. All right, I'm going to dump this back in the cup there. You really need to work on... Yeah, and you know what? McLeod, so did I. And that's why I'm painting on stream. And I've not really airbrushed that much before other than priming. And so I figured, you know, this way it would make me do it. And I feel like when I've forced myself to do something, I'm much more likely to get better at it. And sometimes, you know, we don't do things because we're not good at them. And sometimes we do things to get better at them. And it helps a lot. All right, hold on. This is my water pot. There we go. I need some thinner. Actually, I need my airbrush cleaner here. It looks like the metallic's being a little bit more stubborn about cleaning out. It feels like it's infinite amounts. Let's spray through some of that. Now, I started dark because I'm worried about the gold looking cheesy. I don't want it to look like it's, you know, like a trophy. That's what I'm avoiding. I don't want a dragon trophy. I want a gold dragon with like burgundy, you know, on there somewhere. I don't know yet where I'm going to do the burgundy. But yeah, okay, spray through. I'm going to get as much of that burgundy out. See, now it's finally starting to be clear. That's a really good sign. Yeah. All right. I need the little brush here. Let's go down in there and get the last little dregs of metallic out. Electron says gold I have found is very difficult to do right, almost as difficult as yellow. Really? So I'm showing you some of my techniques about painting metallic metals. And gold is done for me in stages. So let's look at this. So we've got a lot of our darks and lights already established, and he's looking, and one of the things that makes he doesn't look like a trophy right now is because we've got those lighter colors on his belly, right? We're giving you some definition. Now, I think this is the point where I might want to do some glazing, okay? And I got to figure out what color I'm going to use to glaze to make this pop the most. And I think it might be Druchii Violet. Druchii Violet's such an awesome color. Here it is. I think I have some Army Painter, some Game ink. Purple Game ink might be good as well. We'll set that aside. I think some what is it called? Carabum Crimson, I think it's called. It's a Citadel color. That might work as well. Let's see if I even have that in here. That's Fuegan Orange. That won't work. Is this it? Nope. That's not it. Bear with me. I know I have something reddish colored. Boop, 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 boop. Cassandra yellow. Seraphim Sippy. Oh wait, I found it. Ha ha ha. There it is. Carrollsburg crimson. Let's just play. Let's just see what happens. We're gonna put a little bit of this. That blitzes out in light, doesn't it? I'm Drake Burgundy. Drake Burgundy. I'm Ron Burgundy. All right, I've got my Shoshie violet. It looks like I put some in with a little thinner. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know. That might be one of those happy accidents. Cat Herder says, I'm hearing new paint names. This always ends up with new paints on the rack by the end of the week. Yes, you guys know that I'm an eclectic painter. I like lots of different things. JJ says, good night, JJ. Let's start with this red. I like this red. It might be too red for this gold. We might have to change it. I'm sticking it into the shadows here a little bit. Red and gold often look good next to each other. All right. So far, it's kind of blah. Let's try the Shoshie violet and see if that does a lot better. Okay. We're gonna end up shading down now. I'm going to use a little bit of both here. I kind of like that. So remember what I said about metallics. Metallics aren't shiny where the light is not hitting them, right? So anywhere underneath things and where we've got our shadows already, I'm just adding a little bit more. There's the Shoshie violet. I think I like that red as an extra. That looks good. Okay. And anywhere in these deep recesses underneath the bigger scales, I'm going to stick some of this shade. I'm not worried about being super neat with it at this point because we're going to glaze another violet in the shadows, red. I wouldn't say that. I'd say it's like a mix of red and violet everywhere in the shadows, right? I'm just trying to hit some of my shadows. And like I said, we're going to glaze back over it later with more gold. But for now, we're just trying to reach. So we're just giving tonalities to our gold. Tonalities. So it's not just a one note gold, right? And then I might end up using a little bit more purple than red in here by the crotchular area. Is that a word? Yep. Get a little water because I don't want any lines. That's one thing I don't want. And so I'm getting rid of my lines. So a little bit more red up here. There we go. Into these dark recesses. And there we go with the purple. See? So the other thing I do, sometimes in order to keep from buying paint, I'll just try grabbing what I have. What do I have that will work instead that I need? If I don't have it, then I will buy it. But, all right, look at how that is looking. Let's get some more on this part here. See, this is all going to be underneath that armor, so that's all going to be toned. Is that right? Let's get into these shadows in the face, in the eye. Right here on the jaw. And then this is basically my watercolor self coming out where I'm glazing and I'm tinting with I'm changing my golds so they have some watercolor. But then when I see a crispy line, I have to go back and adjust it. Can you guys see how that's looking so far? It's really dark right now, but we're going to keep getting lighter. More reds and purples in the shadows. Okay, let's flip him. Kind of like to start with the red and then add the purple because the purple can be too dark. And this way, if I get too dark with the red, I can always pull it back. But if I get too dark with the purple, it might not be. So now here I smooth that out a little bit so I don't get too much. Looking good, looking good. Let's get a nice little, there's a nice little shadow right there on top of his nose. Now we gotta wipe some of it off. Oopsie. Get his nostril can be purple because that's dark. All right, good. Same thing down here. All this stuff needs to be more reddish and very shaded. Now I haven't started painting any of the straps because they're going to get painted way after we're done. Model Newbie says, I know it's just primer, but that bronze to black on the horns is awesome. Yeah, it is. That's looking cool, isn't it? And we could, the thing about primer is you can leave it there. You don't have to paint it. Especially when it's Stynylrez, res, it's not going to chip. One of the things you'll notice as we're turning things around is what all that prep work we did, removing the gaps and the lines, it's now paying off and we're not seeing any seams and it's looking awesome because of it. There you go. See all that? I just love Citadel washes. They're awesome. Get it in there on the feet because I want to go back with the airbrush. This is going to be mark my words, mark my words. This is going to be one of those pieces that people are going to see when it's done and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, how long did that take you? And you're going to be like, everybody here who's been watching me in stream is like, oh, it just took her an hour or so after she got it primed. Maybe 2, because the airbrush is so fast. I know, it is amazing. I'm using a lot more red, I'm noticing that. I really like that red on top of that gold. It looks good. All right, now I can go in here. See where the belly meets the scales, I'm giving it a little extra. Because I want that to really kind of be an interesting transition. Let's go in here with some reds and purples. Mix it together. Right there, I'm gonna get some purples on that inner thigh. Almost like it's reflecting itself, right? He's reflecting his own shadows and highlights and stuff. That's looking good. And I feel like I need to put some. That's the other thing about red. So this is something I learned from Alfonso Heraldez, is that red gives people the idea that there's life, and you can't have, monstrous skins. Oops, I just stuck my brush in the wrong thing. There we go. Get it out. Just a little bit of red can make something more alive, right? All right, that's looking good. Let's do, yeah, we got that. This part here. A little bit more red. I've been using a lot more, it looks like. Plus, this wash kind of goes down into the crevices, and again, it gives us tonalities to our shadows. See if I take my finger over that, but all that stuff stayed in the crevices there, and that looks pretty good. All right, things are drying nice. I want more red here. Let's see if I need any more in some spots. I like how brown that got. And it's that purple, the purple mixing with that gold it helps get that brown color, right? Okay, that looks amazing. All right, now, oh, I just stuck it in the wrong container again. Combo Crazy 1790, thank you for the follow. I hope that you're enjoying this awesome dragon. Roar! All right, let's see. Uh-oh, what did I get on there? Hold on. Did I manage to wipe off some gold? I think I did. There might be a little bit of gold wiped off right there. Let's see if I can just, let me see if I can use my gold here. Just a little touch to see if I can stipple it back on. Yep, that worked. Pop, 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 pop. If there is plans for the base to have moss, green on it, maybe add a little bit of, exactly, you know, that is exactly what I do to help tie it all into itself. Add that in there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rock just yet. We're definitely not done with it. All right, now we've got our, that was our gold and our burgundy, right? It's nice and dark. Now we're going to use a cup with just gold in it and see what happens. And then lastly, we'll add a little bit of that light bronze to our gold again. Okay, where is the gold? Here it is. All right, this is the part where I'm nervous because I don't want it to look like, I don't want it to look like a trophy. Come on. There we go. All right, that's good. All right, a little thinner. Whoop. And let's set that back up. And we're going to stir that together. I think it needs, nope, that's plenty. That's good. It's nice liquid gold look. I'm going to put thinner in one more time here because remember we don't run a dry brush. Okay, I'm going to add my gold here to the side. Now, you guys, I've never done this. I'm just using the paint knowledge I already have. Like, if I could do this with a brush, this is the same thing I'd be doing with a brush. The only difference is that I'm using an airbrush, okay? All right, oh, look at how bright that is. That's crazy. Okay, so we know now that we need to wear a mask. And we also know that this is gonna be bright. So I'm gonna just hit him on the highest points. And let's see what happens, okay? Because I think if we spray too much with this gold, it's gonna look like a trophy. I'm avoiding that. All right. We got about 15 more minutes, so hopefully we can get something done in this. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's go around the spine because we know that's going to be high. And I'm just going to hit the highest highlights, barely. Okay, so that's looking good. And I'm going to hit some of his other spines. Let's see if I can make a little dot. Somebody said earlier I could make my little spiral. It doesn't want to be detailed. There we go. Rainer, hello. Thank you for the sub. Look at what we're doing. He's looking good. Let's do a little bit of a highlight right here. Just a little pop. Get those little spines like that. See how that really brings out some definition to him, doesn't it? There we go. It's almost like if I were dry brushing him, where would I dry brush him? You know what I'm saying? Like that. Get the side of his face there a little bit. See that? Looking good. By the way, guys, make sure you give Rainer a follow. If you haven't already followed him, he is one of my triptych brothers. And he is awesome. Definitely learned a lot of my airbrushing techniques from Rainer as well. Alright, we're getting places. What do you think? He's looking like a dragon. Okay. Now, I want to point something out. This is kind of like a cylinder, but it's like going in a loop. So we've got to follow the highlight down the center of that, okay? Yeah, we can't, I think you got to do shout out is one word. Yeah, Rainer is good people. See how we're following? I'm pulling the model around and I'm not. There we go. See that? That looks good. Now he's not looking like a trophy, which makes me really happy. I want him to look like a gold dragon. He kind of looks like a bronze dragon right now. What do you think? Maybe he needs a little bit more glazing, maybe? Maybe. I'm going to glaze back over with this gold on top of the silver, just a smidge. There we go. That's my shout out. All right, let's do the highlights on the nose area. That's really important. Notice I'm going really small and really soft and very slow because I don't want to mess it up. There, now we're getting somewhere. All right, now I'm going to hit these. A bit on the face here. I'm kind of trying to paint these horns a little bit more now. See there? Did I run out of paint yet? No, but I am kind of getting dry tip. A little higher gold, you agree? Yeah. See, we got to build it up slow though. We can't just blast it on there or we'll end up with too much and then he'll look like a trophy. So we're going to go slow. And the other thing is that we're going to add a little silver to this too. So I'm going to get him to about this on this side And then we're going to use silver highlighting for the rest. See if I can get that to blow. There we go. Good. And I need to glaze that neck down a little bit because it's a little too silvery for my taste. See, now we got it looking more gold. Gotta hit it. Oh, we gotta go against the grain. Sorry. More on the little spines. And up on the claw. Let's get a good blast on that knee. Looking good. Okay. And again on the tail, we gotta follow around that brown. And just glazing, glazing, glazing. All right, let's do the hand. Just that small highlight on the face made him look vicious. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, I'm not done with the face even, so let's get that shoulder. All these little spines need to be nice and gold. I'm going real close so I can hit those. There we go. Let's get this side of the face, that little bit again. Hit those little horns. Yep, yep, yep. And then again on the eyebrow or whatever that is. There we go. Pooh, pop. I just got it in the right spot. He's looking a little trophy-like on that side. He's looking good on this side. A little bit more gold on that side. But we'll just decide that that's where the light is hitting him. And we'll give him a little bit more face light. Right? A little bit more glazing on the tail. Look at that. Now he's like a gold dragon. Okay. I'm very happy with this. I love dragons. I don't know if you do. I don't know who doesn't. That's awesome. I love him. Let's get some more glazes on the hands because he's looking too silvery in some spots. There we go. Okay. That's good. If I want to, I can go back in with my glazes and darken again, which I might. Let's see what happens when we do that. Our little brushy brush. Here we go. Let's go back in here. Ooh, so that's still wet. Let's rinse off our brush. I might have had some paint on the brush as well. There we go. So there. That looks better. Get in there. So some of the shadows we lost a little bit, we can take those back. Right? That's the back and forth nature of what I love about airbrush, is you can keep going back and forth forever because it's so thin. Right? The amounts are so thin. You can play with it a lot more. Okay. It's looking better. I like this side better, but this side's okay too, because that's where my light source I decided is going to come from. All right. Now, I need some silver. I think I'm going to try to spot paint these first, and let me see. Let me get a fresh brush. I'm gonna take off my mask. Give me a second. Oh my God, Shoshie's Minis Dark Silver from Expansion 1 is the bomb. Oh, it is. It is a very dark gunmetal. We could probably use that on that new bust that we're going to be doing. All right. So now, the trick with gold is you want your little silver highlights. So I'm going to get my silver, and I'm going to mix a little bit of gold with it, just a little bit. Wait, we got to get this all the way out. There we go, that's my silver. And I'm just gonna put a touch of gold in there so that it's not completely silver. Might not be enough. Okay. Maybe, you know, let's just try it. Let's see what happens when we get those. Oh yeah. I'm just hitting that gold with the highest silver. That's my final, that's gonna be my final highlight. You see what I'm doing with that? Pop. And I just want that to be that final highlight. And I'm gonna put that on nails, on the knuckles, like little bitty, see? Just spots. And like I said, if we mess this up, we'll glaze it back down with the gold and it'll all blend in nice, right? See, we don't want it to look too silver, that's the thing. And following that highlight on those volumes. Does that make sense? Boom, 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 boom. It looks amazing, thank you. Now, so I have to think about this, and I have to kind of go a little bit slower because I need to think about my light, right? I'm looking at the apex of things. I do think he's going to need another glaze of gold after this. But that silver needs to be there to glaze over. You now stare. No, Joanne. Don't do that. You're learning things, and you're, please don't do that to yourself. I understand the need to compare yourself to other artists, but I want you to have fun. Okay? And if you learn to airbrush, or if you want to dry brush your dragon in the same way that I'm airbrushing, you know, you can do so much. Look at that. Pop, pop, pop. Now, again, we're going to have to come back and glaze back with the gold once more because some of these highlights are too strong and they're looking too silvery. So when we put that gold over the top, it's going to be much better. Yeah, don't do that, Joanne. Don't do that to yourself. Your inner artist is a child, and you've got to find ways to protect your inner artist, and so that you're not upset about your own work. Okay? So let me tell you a little story, especially about imposter syndrome and things like that. I suffer from it. I'm doing a model right now for a company that is very well known. And the people who have done things for them in the past are like award-winning, internationally known, crazy good painters that I have always looked up to. Okay? And I'm doing a commission for this company that has basically put these people next to me. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm not them. I can't do this. And I have to think to myself, well, he hired me. And I might not be, you know, as good as them, but I'm as good as I am. And, you know, he wouldn't have asked me to do this if he didn't think that I couldn't do it. And so, like, I had to really talk myself out of really comparing myself to other artists. It's still really hard. Hola, Joanot. Feeling your inner artist whiskey. So you actually are feeding your inner critic whiskey. The inner critic is the one that is getting in the way, because the little artist just wants to play and color and have fun and paint, and the critic is the one going, well, you are poo, or you will never be as good as so and so. And that's what my inner artist tells me, and my inner artist is mean. Oh, look at that. I just glazed over with a little bit of the gold with the brush, and it's really making that look nice and shiny. Anyway, my point is, you got to protect that little artist. Feed the critic whiskey if you have to get the critic out of the way. Yeah, I'm liking that, especially next to that those super dark shadows. It's looking good. It doesn't look like a trophy, right? So I have a name for my inner artist critics. I have like basically an alter ego that helps me. Whiskey always helps, not always while painting. Yeah, your inner artist is lazy. Hey, Voodoo Child, how are you? Joanne says, my family already thinks I'm childish, though. That's okay. It's okay to be childish when you're painting, because you need to be able to have fun and relax. Relax while you're painting. That's all. I like this. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm kind of in awe myself at how quickly this is going, because I'm not used to airbrushing and how fast it is. Anyway, so I have this inner artist, and I call him Rex Farnsworth. And when I was doing watercolors, I always felt like I always felt like Rex was doing this really cheesy art, and, you know, I can't, you know, like cliche cheesy art. And so I let him take credit for that. And then all of the stuff that I liked and that people liked, I would take credit for it. But Rex did all the cheesy art and all the cliche, trite, you know, stuff, okay? And he wore a beret, and he had like a really fake British accent and was very posh, self-absorbed and all that, right? So I was able to do my art and get out of the way, and then that way Rex did anything that I didn't like, and I could just separate myself, right? It helped so much. It was fun. So since I've been mini painting, I haven't needed Rex's help nearly as much, because I'm literally painting toys, and it's kind of hard to take myself too seriously sometimes. So that's a good thing. All right, we're going to get on this side and burnish that gold on that side of the face. Look at that. Roar! What colored teeth does a gold dragon have? Huh? What color even? I feel like I need to go and look up Larry Elmore pictures to get some inspiration on gold dragons. Let's get some this right there and get a little bit more gold on top of that. Better, better, better. Oh, I like that right there. Turquoise teeth, silver, copper, brown. Jade teeth. That would be interesting. I don't know what I think about that. Let's get this little bit. That's going to be nice and bright and highlighted. Yep. All right, we're getting very close to being done, guys. I'm just going to hit this bit right here with a little highlight. Notice I'm using my crappy craft brush to do this overbrushing with my silver because these blend like a freaking dream. I'm gonna do some research on golden dragons and find out what color. I think their teeth are just like regular bone teeth. I feel like that makes sense. Why would they have metal teeth? Are they magical? Are they magical created? I don't even know. Maybe I'll source Twitter and see what Twitter thinks. Twitter knows more about D&D than me. Okay, a little bit more gold. See, when I brush that gold over that silver, but it stays nice and highlighted. What do you guys think? It's so shiny. It doesn't come up. It doesn't come off that well on camera, but it looks good. Let's make that silvery nails. Color shift red dragon dentures depends on the universe. Dragonlance they're mortally born with innate, so they would have bone. Okay, I like the bone teeth idea myself, and maybe fingernails too. I'm not sure. Okay, so now what's next? We should probably end the stream. It is 9:08 right now. This is a good place to stop, I think. And we'll be working on him some more. We'll probably kind of go back and forth between this guy and this guy over the next week. Let's see. Friday I'm streaming, and then Monday I'm streaming, and then after that I'll be at Gen Con. There is a chance I will be like able to do quick little streams while I'm at Gen Con, but that would be, you know, I don't know for sure, so I don't want to say for sure. Real quick, I'm going to use some of this violet shadow. I'm just going to paint over his eyeball socket with a small brush so I can get that all ready. Oh, that looks cool. Did that just, maybe that's the color I need for a lot of his stuff. It's kind of badass. Okay, hold on. Anyway, so yeah, I will get you more information about that bust paint along. I'll start up something in Triptych, so keep your eye on that, and I'll make some announcements. We got a good base coating on Gold Dragon. So yeah, I'll take some pictures after the fact and post these on social media so you can see. Not everybody. Okay, let's do our end credit stuff. Hold on here. All right, ending and this, yes. All right, and then let's find somebody to host us. Let's see who's out there. Twitch. Thank you guys so much for coming. We had a blast today. This was a really good time. Looks like let's do, we have not posted, well, wait, that's makers and crafting, so that's not actually mini painting. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that one. We're gonna do, let's see what key lime is doing. Yep, we're gonna host key lime. Oh, wait, yeah, let's do that. Alrighty. I hope he's not gonna, no, it looks like he's still there. Key lime, rat cam, yeah, exactly. You don't want to go? Don't worry, we'll be back, Joanne. We're gonna be back on Friday from 4 to 7, so that's still kind of in your Australian time zone. So, all right, here we go, guys. Massive raid. We're gonna do all our spamming our emotes and everything. Here's our mad love. If you want to copy and paste our emotes, give him some mad love. All right, bye, guys.